Hi there, welcome back. Over the next few weeks I've decided I'm going to make some pastry videos for you. So I'm going to make the pastry and then in a follow-up video I'm going to use that pastry to bake something. So today I'm going to make a short crust savoury pastry. This pastry is used for sausage rolls, quiche, pies and pasties or anything like that. I'm going to make a chicken leek and bacon pie with it, and I'll pop a link to that video in the comments of this one if you want to try out that recipe. So to make my short crust savoury pastry, you just need some flour in a bowl. Now you can use all-purpose, plain flour or self-raising. I like to use self-raising flour because you get a nice rise on the pastry and a little bit of an extra bite to it as well. So in here, I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. Now to talk about the fat to use for your pastry. They say the best savoury pastry is to use 50% of fat to your flour. So if you're using 200 grams of flour, you use 100 grams of butter or lard. Now I'm using a mix of butter and I got some Frytex. It isn't lard, but it is a beef dripping. And why I use the two of them basically is because the butter adds a lovely bit of flavour, and this one will give me a nice crispy and light pastry. Now of course you can use all butter if you like, if you can't get this one. Years ago when I was growing up you could get lard in every shop, but it's very difficult to get now. You probably get some in your local butchers if you do want to use it, but this is a good substitute. You can get a vegetarian version as well. So I've got 50% butter and I've frozen that, and I've also frozen my Frytex. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grate both of them into here. I find if you freeze and grate your butter, you get a nice pastry too. So that's my butter there, and now for my Frytex. So just get all that in there. And now I'm going to rub all of this into my flour until I get nice fine breadcrumbs. And that's it. That's the kind of consistency you want. Okay, now I'm going to add some cold water to it. I'm just going to add a little and then I'm going to add some more and just see how I get on. Now you can use a beaten egg for this if you want something a bit more richer. Just beat the egg up and add it in instead of the water. So I'm going to mix this in. I use a fork, find that better, bringing it together. If you add too much water, just add a little bit of flour. And I'm going to need some more water. It's best to use ice cold water too. That's coming together nicely now. So what I do is I just get my hands, a little bit of flour on them, and get my hands in there and bring it together like that. Saves putting it out on the worktop. You can do it in one bowl. If you need a little flour, just add it if you think it's too wet. And look at that, it's coming together lovely. It's a lovely texture as well. And that's it. That's my savoury pastry made. So I'm going to wrap this in some cling film and pop it into the fridge for about half an hour before I use it. This will keep in the fridge for a couple of days. You can also freeze it too. So as I said, I'm going to use this to make a lovely chicken leek and bacon pie. And I'll pop the link to that video in the comments of this one. So if you want to make it, give it a go. Try out the pastry, whether you make sausage rolls, a quiche, whatever, and let me know how you get on. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. We'll see you all soon. Happy baking everyone, and enjoy.